Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Homer Cocktail 9, a political site. Aims to be political. Homer Cocktail 9, chillin'. Chillin', man. Chillin'. Okay, this is gonna be commentary on the Wikileaks so-called scandal. And we're gonna do a little analogy here concerning hot water, hot coffee water, and a coffee pot. Okay? And it's kind of a follow-up to the facts about steel and jet fuel. The one that is on this Homer Cocktail 9 at YouTube. And what we're going to do here is talk about the hot coffee water that's scalding to the skin, can cause blisters, but does nothing to the glass that it's in. Okay? Nice little coffee pot right here, little silhouette. Does nothing to distort the glass. Like gasoline in your tank does nothing to change the shape of the tank, just like jet fuel inside an airplane tank does nothing to distort that. Okay? Let's suppose you get a giant coffee pot. Throw it into a glass building with glass pillars. What's going to happen? Well, you might have some broken windows on the outside. But will the scalding water melt the glass pillars? No, it won't. Just like the jet fuel would not melt the steel beams from the Twin Towers on September the 11th, 2001. And this is WikiLeaks commentary, and keep in mind who's admonishing the people that are putting out information. We still don't have all the facts on the Kennedy assassination. And here we are, more than 4 decades removed from that. A country that touts freedom of speech and freedom in general. When I was a senior in high school, a 17-mile wall, partly because of rock and roll, partly because of Ronald Reagan, partly because of American capitalism versus Eastern Bloc communism. We cherished the Berlin Wall fell. And the president, when I graduated, was George Bush, but it was George Herbert Walker Bush. In 1989, he was a one-termer. He ran against Bill Clinton, who was investigated for Whitewater. Ironically, his wife, Hillary Clinton, is a Secretary of State right now. It's become a revolving door in America. It's become something that it used to not be. Royalty in Europe. Over there they have theocracy, which basically says a family has divine right. And ever since I've been out of high school, more than 20 years now, we've had nothing but Bushes and Clintons that have been running things, and that's un-American. And we cheered 20 years ago when the Berlin Wall fell, but yet they're trying to build a 1,500-mile wall along the south of our country between the United States and Mexico. We used to be a very open society, and we used to cherish movies like JFK that would ponder government cover-ups or government secrecy. But now we've become what we've hated. We have the equivalent of a Politburo with the Department of Homeland Security that's concerned about what? Embarrassment? We're concerned about embarrassment. We're not going to investigate certain things because of embarrassment. Now, I want to tell you something. When you have a problem with your appendix, you don't go to your plumber. Don't go to politicians to solve scientific problems. Okay? This pot of coffee right here. Okay? Ask a scientist. If it's not melting the glass container that it's in, it is not going to melt glass beams inside of a glass building. And it's the same thing with the airplanes that wrecked into the World Trade Center. And the third building, World Trade Center 7, that fell in New York that day, had no plane wreck into it. There was a 441-page document. Actually, it was a 571-page document written 441 days after September 11th. The incidents of the attacks on the World Trade Center. And it only mentions WTC 7, World Trade Center 7, in a footnote. We need more information, guys. Okay? We are born on free speech. Our early governments had anti-sedition laws which were overturned because we used to make fun of theocracy. We used to make fun of families staying in power in the form of a monarchy. Okay? Let's not have that here, guys. Let's not have the Clintons telling us and the Bushes telling us what we need to believe, okay? This is Homer Cocktail. You guys been great. Thank you for being there. Let's not silence a desperate voice in the name of security to borrow an idea from a Canadian band called Rush, okay? You guys hang in there and party on.